Okay, music. Do we have any musicians? We have two. One who's maybe. So we have a couple musicians. We also have resources at the music library. There's also librarians there you can go to and ask for help. If you need research assistance, you need scores, you need CDs, things to listen to. There's also places you can go and listen to music while you're there. Excuse me. But all music resources can be kept at the music library. So another one, special collections. All right, this is back to the Richter. In the tower, when you see the library outside, you have this big 9-story tall tower. 8th floor, special collections, rare books. University archives are also up in there. So if you're looking for the history of the University of Miami, you want to know a little bit about our history, it's all there. We have, I think the big collection is the Pan Am collection. We have a lot of stuff from Pan Am. There's a display right now. It's Caribbeana collections. Okay? And speaking of other special collections, we have the Cuban Heritage Collection. I'm going to turn you over to May, who is our Cuban Heritage Specialist. So, thank you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name, as Lauren mentioned, is May Mendez, and I will be, as of September 1st, the Cuban Heritage Collection librarian. And as the special collections are special collections that contain material from the Caribbean and Latin America, the Cuban Heritage Collection focuses on material from Cuba and the Cuban diaspora. So manuscript collections, archives, rare books, all those pertaining to Cuba and its diaspora from colonial times to the present are housed there. And if you have any questions about that, I'm the person to ask.
That's right.
Okay, so more generally accessing the library. I know that there are questions about how do you access our material from off-site, etc. So I'm here to talk a little bit about that. When you're off campus, you're doing research elsewhere, most of our materials are cataloged, which you search to find which books and articles we have, is online. library.miami.edu. That's the URL to access the material. There you go. Wireless Kings, that's the service that connects you wirelessly in the university, so you can connect from anywhere in the library. The Stacks Tower is all Wi-Fi, so if you're studying in the Stacks Tower, you can still access the internet and our resources there. And the My Library account. The My Library account is an account that syncs with your MyUM. You use your MyUM information to log into it, and you can save the material that you find. As you search the catalog, you can save it into your My Library account. My Library account is what you use to renew materials that you check out without having to bring them back to the library. You can do that online.
Right.
Okay, so the services that we have, some of the services that we have. Borrowing material. This question has come up already. So as grad students, you can borrow books for 1 semester, and you can renew them up to 3 times. So if you think about that, that's over a year. And you don't need to bring the book back to renew it. You can do it through My Library account. At the end, we do ask that you bring the book back. That's a stipulation. But you can renew it up to 3 times. If you want to renew it a 4th, that has to be done on site with the booking. Interlibrary loan is a free service to all our students, not just grad students, but we understand that grad students are some of our heavy users of interlibrary loan. And that is a service that the university provides, the university libraries provide free of charge to you. If there's an article or a book that we do not have, we will request it for you from our peer institutions, and it will be delivered to our library for you to check out. Those materials, because they're not ours, we cannot give them to you for 1 semester. They come with their own imposed deadline. So you may keep them for 2 weeks. Sometimes it's just a week. Printing and photocopying. If you went by the library's table, we gave you a handout on UPrint, which is a system that the university provides. And there's going to be a person from UPrint coming, so I'm going to leave the specifics to them. Just know that the library is fully compliant with UPrint.
You want to say anything?
You can print from our printers. You can do work in our computers and print to them.
Is it good?
And the digital media lab.
Well,
We have a really cool lab.
It looks pretty good the way you're eating it.
On the first floor. That what it does is connects you to software and equipment that allows you to do all kinds of multimedia things. And even if you're not doing multimedia things, you just need some design software, we have that. As Lauren mentioned, we do poster printing. I think there's a cheaper things on campus. might want to come to us to bring you closer for your presentation. So collections. We talked about special collections and the Student Heritage Collection and University Archives. The main collection is the print collection, right? The books that circulate. So we have a regular 3-point plus print books. We have a whole bunch of ebooks, and those are the books that you can read on your computer. And they cover all disciplines. We also have an extensive collection of historical ebooks. Anybody doing history? I know we're this one person too. Yay! I'm the history librarian until August 31st. We have a lot of primary documents and in ebook form. So there's a lot of databases, pretty much a lot. I can't quantify them because they're a lot. And we have on our library website, there is a tab that says databases. And the really cool thing about that tab is that it's formatted by database title and by database subject. So you can select which subject you're studying, education, plot that there, and all the databases that we have that pertain to education are going to show up for every subject. So we're trying to make it as easy as possible for you to discover these things. Digital collections and scholarly repositories. The digital collections include digital primary resources that we have in special collections in CHC, and those are available for anybody in the world. And you can find them through our homepage and the scholarly repository. When you begin publishing your articles, you begin presenting at conferences, you can create your own page on our scholarly repository where you can save that information and make it available for the public. Has anybody heard of academia.edu? Yeah, it's kind of like that, but in our server, in a miami.edu server, which gives it a little more. The study areas, you've seen them, the individual study rooms, the group study room, and for those of you who are in your PhD, who are entering as PhD students, once you begin the dissertation writing process, there is a room for you to write your dissertation. But for that, you do need a letter from your department saying that you've entered that process. And that's what you're going to be doing. And it's reserved for PhD dissertation writing students and some faculty members. Okay, so research assistants. And this is a biggie, because we don't know what institutions you come from. So what we want to let you know is that for each subject that the university offers a major or a degree on,